This is Mystic Mind Shrine. I'm here with Rars. What did you do?
Third place with co-talkers at the Eternal Back to Duel tournament.
All right, we got the trophy and everything. Let's see what you got with the deck.
All right, let's go. So we got 3 Cyberse Gadgets. This is a critical normal summon, lets you play through so much because it special summons a token from graveyard. And a lot of people know this card now because of Cyberse Outledge, but this is where it started.
So what does it do?
So on normal summon, it can special summon from your graveyard a level 1 or 2, and it doesn't have to be Cyberse. You can special summon your DD Crow, your Droll, anything.
Wow, all right.
So, and then when it hits the graveyard from field, it'll make a token. So instant link 3 if you have graveyard set up, instant link 2 otherwise.
Yeah, no wonder that's seeing play.
Yep. And we got 2 Iblis. This card's amazing, but you know sometimes seeing multiples, and even at 2 you see multiples, and you don't want to see that. But this is one of your win conditions. Get it to your opponent's side, and if they're on branded, you know they can't activate branded fusion. It stops them from a lot. It stops Dogmaticas from special summoning their interruptions. So really good card, especially if you pair it up with other stuff in the deck.
Yeah, like a floodgate summon lock.
Exactly. One Lady Debug, in the way I play the deck is I'm not treating this as a normal summon. If I have to, I will, but this is more of an extender because you could special summon it off a Code Talker effect and get another search for an extender.
Right.
So triple microcoder. This is one of the best cards in the deck because it'll search you your silent spells and traps. And there's 3 that are worth running. Debatably a 4th, but we'll get to that. And he can be used from the hand as link material if you're making a Code Talker monster.
Yes, this card.
2 of the code generators. This one does the same thing as microcoder, being material from the hand, but this one will foolish a monster. And if it's used from field, you can add that monster to your hand. If you have weird hands, that'll come up.
Mm-hmm.
1 code radiator. You can play this at any ratio really because what it essentially does is it's a negate. So if you use it as material for a Code Talker, you can target a monster on your opponent's side, make it attack 0 and negate its effects. And you don't have to do one to do the other, so you could even like decrease a Nibiru token or something that's too big.
Nice.
Got 2 Link Slayers. This is like a Cyber Dragon, just special summons if you control no monsters, and you can discard cards up to the spells and traps you want to destroy. Max 2. This will immediately prompt interruption from decks like Sword Soul because you can destroy their blackout before you have 2 cards on field, and works really well against cards like Outledge or decks like Outledge. So now we're going to go to the extenders that you search off of your continuous spell. Gachiri, the Earth Extender. He makes your links unaffected if you use him as material. He also has an effect where he protects your monsters from being destroyed. So if they battle Butler you and this guy's on the field, none of them are gonna die. Same with like Blackout or any other destruction.
Yeah.
Cyberse Converter. This is just a free special summon if you only control Cyberse, and if you normal summon it, you could turn a monster on your side of the field into a Cyberse. So you could turn your Nibiru into a Cyberse to start linking.
I didn't even know what that did.
Lincoln for Flyer, just special summon to a zone of link monster points too. Very simple, it's inherent like Cyber Dragon.
Yep.
Mathmech Edition, Fire Extender. Now that Heatsoul's in the game, we can search a very good extender.
Right.
Scripton, another extender. You banish a Cyberse for cost to special summon him, and you banish another card coming up to get Mega Advantage. This is a good search for follow-up, so you make one of your Water Code Talkers turn 1 and have this guy ready for turn 2. 2 Parallel Exceeds can be searched, can be hard drawn. Either way, it's really good. You know, people might ash your first search, and then you have this for follow-up, and you could OTK with that. Dotscaper, very good, used in a lot of different decks, and hits the graveyard, specials, banished specials. You could dump it off Code Generator. So now for the hand traps. We got 2 Ash, 2 Bell, 2 Droll, 2 Veilers, 1 Ogre, 1 Crow, 1 Nib, and triple Imperm. So these are kind of funky ratios, but that's mainly because of this next card, Crossout, and then we have 1 Called By. So you want to play a variety of hand traps because this deck can lose to a bunch of hand traps. Crow on something you're trying to special summon. Ogre on transcode is Gamma on transcode. Bell on transcode hurts really bad. Bell on Dotscaper can hurt. Bell on Splash Mage can hurt. So you want to have enough counters. And obviously Nibiru is killer. So we got 2 tactics. It's just another alternative to if they hand trap you, start drawing into extenders. Maybe if you think they have a bad hand, start ripping cards out of their hands. Feels really good to see that when they have a card that's irrelevant, and then one starter, just rip the start out of their hand.
That's great.
Like one of my opponents on a different day had a Misk and Droll, just ripped the Misk out of their hand, and the Droll was already dead. So next for archetypal spells, we got 3 Codex. This is one of the best cards in the deck, if not the best card in the deck.
That's the best card in the deck.
It'll search you monsters, extenders up to 6 times per turn, based on the amount of code talkers you make. It's once per attribute, so make a fire, search a fire, make a wind, search a wind, and you just keep going. If they don't ogre that, if they don't... Ash won't even work, because you'll just move on to the next code talker and keep extending.
It's literally Spellbook of Judgment for Cybers.
Yep. 3-sided minings. This is, if you already opened Codec, you can potentially search this off of Microcoder. If you open this, it's very good Ash bait. You could even, one of my favorite things to do is discard a level 1 or 2, and then search Cyber's Gadget, and that way you just normal summon Gadget and special what you just discarded. So it's mega advantage. And if they see you discarded a starter, they might be more prompted to Ash it. Salamangreat Sanctuary is for like the Ibli lock, which is part of the main powerful combo. It's a brick if you draw it, but if you don't go for the Ibli combo, it's discard fodder for mining. If you choose to play droplets, you could always just send this off droplets, discard for twin.
So basically, it makes your monsters attack 0, so that when they try to crash the Ibli and kill their own Ibli, they can't do it.
Exactly, and a lot of people won't read it, so they'll go battle phase, crash into the smallest monster, which is, it doesn't matter what it is, you make it 0, and when 2 monsters are 0, they don't die when they crash. So. We got 2 Cosmics. You know, I was a little scared of Flunder, Outledge, you know, any deck that... Yeah, definitely missing mine. If anything comes up, you know, just Cosmic it. You could even Cosmic brand it in red, so then that way they use it at a suboptimal time.
Yep, for sure.
Or Floodgates. If people start siding in Tikaboo, Zombie World, you know, we have a
Zombie World, definitely.
1 Desires. This was a recommendation by a friend, and it came in clutch. It saved multiple games. Drawing it off Heatsoul is insane. Drawing it open in hand is insane. Basically, you just you do all the searches that you want to do, and then you activate it, and you're good to go. Helps draw you into hand traps because there's a ton. 1 Sign of Conflict, the counter trap of the deck. This is one of the best counter traps, if not the best counter trap in the game.
Yep.
All you have to do is control a code talker, and it's searchable off of Microcoder. And it says negate and banish, and they can't use that same card name until the end of the next turn. So if they open 2 Branded Fusion, 2 Nadir Servant, 2 Lightning Storms, they're all dead.
Jeez.
And then 1 Rivalry. This is the, if you open Ibli plus Rivalry and ways to U-Lock, that's full combo, that's, they can't play unless they open like Droplets or Spell and Trap removal. We'll be seeing more of Rivalry later.
Why just 1 in the main though?
I wanted to have it in there as the surprise because a lot of people expect Floodgates to come in games 2 and 3, and they might not have back row removal in game 1. So if I open it, it's nice. And in fact, I did open it round 1 against Despia, and they were just a Luber pass at that point. They couldn't do anything. So I just kept drawing until I saw combo pieces, and they couldn't do anything.
Gotcha. All right. So extra
Baylink, so we got some link ones here. Baylinks, you know, sets up the Ibli lock. You can normal Ibli summon Baylinks and then go from there. Lingeribo is a good answer to Outledge. You just hit their Sanguine or Skill Drain or, you know, anything that's going to give you problems. Almirage was a last minute addition. I noticed in testing that I was drawing a lot of hand traps at times and no starters. So this turns a hand trap into a starter essentially. If I open 2 extenders plus hand trap, that's potentially full combo.
Right, that's good.
Link Spider, this is for nib situations, or if I want to turn one of my own gadget tokens into Link Spider, I can do that. Talkback Lancer is for follow-up. Essentially with Scripton, that's a 1-card access code by using Dotscaper in your grave and Talkback Lancer. Same with Cyber's Gadget, if you have a Link 2 in your, or a level 2 or 1 in your graveyard, instant access code through Talkback Lancer. Go.
Link 1's too good.
Yeah. Link 2, we got Splash Mage and Update Jammer. Splash Mage is, critical for hands that aren't very good, or even for follow-up on the second turn.
Yep.
And then Update Jammer is amazing for OTKs.
Yeah.
They don't even see it coming. You just
Right.
Update Jammer access code. And,
Or transcode if you have to.
oh, yeah, or if you have to, yeah. And he's not once per turn for his 2 attack, so you can make transcode attack twice, and you can make access
Oh, I
code
didn't
attack
even know
twice
that.
if you
Wow,
want. Yep.
that's good information.
And he has a lesser known effect to like negate the field during damage calc.
Yeah, I know
So
about that
if
one.
people have battle tricks, they can't use them. Mm-hmm. So now for the Code Talkers, we got Code Talker and Code Talker Inverted for the Link 2s. Both their effects can come up at times. This one specials from hand to a zone it points to, and then this one is protected if he points to something.
Right.
And what you can do is if you have Signet Codec on the field and a Cybers in your hand, is you could do Chain Link 1, Code Talker Inverted, Chain Link 2, Signet Codec, and then special summon what you searched, as long as you had a legal target in your hand before.
All right.
Transcode is one of the best in the deck. It's just so versatile, and it's what allows the deck to continue to U-Link. Xcode, Shooting Code, and Heatsoul, the newest addition to the deck. Heatsoul saved games. Heatsoul into side deck cards. Heatsoul into hand traps. Heatsoul into dimensional barrier. It's all amazing. Heatsoul into an extender if you brick.
Right. Heatsoul's nutty.
Trust me, the life points do not come
No,
up.
not at
They
all.
do not come
Not
up.
at all.
And Heatsoul can even tag out into transcode
Yep.
if you
Exactly.
if you're under 2,000 life points.
Yep.
And transcode revive back something else in your grave. But
Yep.
Access Code Talker, the deck would not be as good as it is without Access Code Talker.
He is a code talker.
Not only is a Code Talker, he'll get you a dark search if you didn't already search a dark.
Oh, yeah.
Really, everyone knows how great Access Code is. And then Firewall Dragon. In your turn 1 combo where you're trying to Ibly lock them, Firewall Dragon is good to bounce their normal summon.
Yep.
So they can't go into a generic Link 2 like Verte or Nightmare Phoenix, or any other Link 2 perhaps. Yeah.
All right. So side deck.
Oh, and it's good. It's good for bouncing back starters in your graveyard.
Right.
2 Lancias in the side. Did not come up once, but sometimes I like to put one in as a crossout target because access code does banish.
Yeah,
and
trying to kill
you
him.
never know when someone's going to drop Lancia on you just because. And now that Desires is in the deck,
Right.
could come up. 2 Dark Rulers. I did draw this, but it never came up. There were just better lines of play. Like I drew Imperm in the same hand, and then I just decided to play from there or whatever. For the back row hate, we got Duster, 2 Lightning Storms, and then Red Reboot. I only played against Outledge once, and it was branded Outledge, and it seemed like his hands weren't that great, so like back row removal wasn't that clutch, but it did come up in finals where Lightning Storm and Feather Duster both put in work. I don't think I sided Red Reboot once. Or seen it at least. The other 2 rivalries, again, if you're going first, just makes sense to put this in, especially now when so many decks are running multi-type builds. Brave, first summon, just flip this, or Despia, first summon, flip this. If Ibly's on their side, they're locked into Cybers, and they'll have nothing to do with Ibly. They have to tribute set if they want to clear the Ibly. 3-dimensional barriers, it's just too good. Like especially this deck, I wanted to play something that doesn't lose to D-barrier, so figured I'd play my favorite deck. And then 2 non-fusion areas. I would have played 3, but I didn't really have room, so just decided with 2. Maybe 3 was overkill, but it did. In my final game, it ended it. So
Really, non-fusion area actually
Yep.
won you a game.
It was against Pure Shadals.
That's
so.
impressive. All right, Rars. Good job on your top with Code Talkers.
Thank you.
Good job on your little trophy here. Mystic Mind Shrine, the earth is flat. Keep your tinfoil hats on. Sign out.